We have another escapee. It's one of the olive eggers this morning. And one is sitting right there. This is how they're getting out. They've learned how to get up on top of the fence. I so have to clip their wings today. Look at this. They're getting so big. Hey y'all. I'm sitting out here in the potting shed. It's September 28th in South Florida. And this is my favorite time of the day. It is not quite fall here yet. Of course, we're South Florida. We're going to get fall way after a lot of you guys do. But it's just quiet. The birds are chirping. I had to wrangle some baby chickens back in their coop. They're doing very well. We have 9 baby chickens. We have 2 Buff Orpingtons, 3 Olive Eggers, and 4 Speckled Sussex. And they're figuring out how to use their wings now, and they're getting out of the coop and out of the run. So today, whenever Lucas wakes up, because these are his chickens, he's 8. He loves those baby chickies, and he hand raised them. So when he gets up today, we're going to do some wing clipping. I probably won't video that because I'm going to let him do a lot of the wing clipping, and he might be a little nervous. We'll see if he wants that on video or not. They're so beautiful. Today is about putting some stuff in the ground. I'm so excited. I brought out my seed collection. This is my seed collection here. And I've just been looking at this all summer thinking, when am I going to get to plant you? Some things we did, like herbs and stuff already. Today I'm going to be working in the 8x8 raised bed garden. And I'm also going to be doing a separate video for amending the soil in the in-ground garden. And the in-ground garden is the one that we started from scratch here in our super sandy soil. Whew. Let me see. Today I'm going to be planting the squash bed. I want to do some zucchini. I want to do some patty pan. And I want to do, let's see what else I have. I really should have organized this thing. I picked this up, and I've had some good luck with Fairy Morse. I picked this up at the Walmart. And if I don't have some of the Baker Creek zucchini seeds, I'm going to use this. Today in the 8x8 garden, I'm going to be planting some squash. I am going to be just pulling back the wood chips. I'll show you that later. And we're going to amend the soil just in place. I had initially wanted to amend the entire bed, but I just can't seem to get a hold of the gardener who's super busy, who I usually get compost by the truckloads from. So I'm going to have to be purchasing some composted cow manure and some other things. I'm also going to be harvesting the worm castings from my worm farm that my boys got me for my birthday, I think. And that's going to be interesting. It's the first time I've ever done it. So, provided I can find the drill bits to make the next level of the worm bin, and I will do a separate video on the worm bin because it is an amazing way to reuse your kitchen scraps. And it is an amazing way to grow good stuff for your soil. I'm a little tongue-tied this morning. I'm going to be planting some Cocozelle squash from Baker Creek. It's like a zucchini. I've got some Black Beauty zucchini from Baker Creek. Now this was super delicious. This came up in the spring, but then the summer took it out. So I'm going to try it again for the fall here in South Florida. This is a patty pan type squash. It's a white scallop squash. I got some of these seeds. Someone gave me some seeds, so I am going to try a few of these plants. I'm not sure if these seeds are, it says 59 cents for the seed packet, but you never know. Sometimes you can get some really good seeds. I'm going to try a few of the straight neck squash. I also want to try, I know that certain places like Thrive Market sell dehydrated vegetables like zucchini. What I would like to try, my parents have a really good dehydrator, and I would like to try cutting the zucchini in long, thin slices and dehydrating it for like lasagna noodles. I think that would be really great because I tried freezing zucchini and it just didn't come out good. It didn't retain its flavor. It has a lot of water in it and it was just kind of yucky. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, and I'll bring you guys along. This is the composted cow manure I'm going to be using today to help amend the places where I'm going to plant the seeds. And this is not organic, but it is quite a bit cheaper than the organic. And I'm just trying to do things as naturally as I can and still on a budget. So if you want to do totally organic and have an organic black cow as a good brand, just be prepared because you're going to spend a little bit more money. And this is a nice 555 fertilizer. It says right there. And these are the worm castings that I got from the worm bin. I just harvested out of the corner where they're not eating, and I sifted through and made sure there was no worms. This was compost and sandy soil. And look at this. Look at these worm castings. Now in here there's probably going to be eggs. Look at that. Look how well it sticks together. It's just perfect. This is some of the richest fertilizer you can get. Like I said earlier, we're going to be doing a video on how to make a worm farm. I have one in a small, like Rubbermaid type tote. Sits in the corner of my living room near my kitchen. A good place to put the food scraps in. There's no smell. There's no problems actually. They just sit there making this perfect black gold for our garden. Let's get busy. I do want to show you this. There was 3 inches of wood chips in here. And I just pulled back. You can see not 1.5 inches. Right here. That means those wood chips have composted. And look at the color of the soil. Now we're taking nasty sandy soil. It's been so dry and hasn't rained, and I've technically only been watering around the roots of plants. It still comes together. Look at that. The wood chips do hold moisture. They help your soil. They build your soil. That's some black gold right there. I'm going to dig a hole. Oh wow, the further down you get, the blacker it is. Look at this. Now I did amend this bed in the beginning with cheap topsoil and a few bags of the composted cow manure. That's what I put in this bed to begin. But look at that lump of dirt. It has not rained here in weeks. I haven't watered this. Look at this moisture retention. Isn't this beautiful? The beauty of this is that once you get past the place where I added the extra soil, I'm digging down below the raised bed line and everything is still coming up black. How did it transform that gray sandy soil underneath? Well, this was a healthy soil. It created a great environment for microorganisms. I can't find any white dirt down here, guys. I'm digging down below the raised bed line, and there is none of that gray sand. None of it. Everything down here is black. And I just see little bugs climbing through, little healthy bugs. Wow. This is fantastic. It's literally transforming. The dirt I put on top and the wood chips on top created such a healthy environment. It's transforming the soil that's down there below. I'm going to sprinkle in some of this manure. This is just composted manure. See? It's just, that's soil. It's not hot. It's not going to burn your veggies. It's not going to do anything. I'm going to sprinkle that in. If I had a ton of gray sand still in here, I would probably put some more than that. But this bed is looking really healthy. And this is what we're doing. We're trying to transform unhealthy soil into healthy soil. I'm also going to sprinkle just a little bit of these worm casting. Like that. Now I'm planting seeds. I dug this hole to see what the soil looked like down there where the roots are going to go. It's pretty good soil. So for right now, I'm just going to spread that back out. Make a little furrow here. I'll sprinkle some more worm castings. And all you need is a tiny bit. I'm going to sprinkle a tiny bit more of this composted cow manure. And mix that up. And right here, we're going to start with the cocozel. This is like a striped zucchini squash. Like if a zucchini and a squash had a baby. I'm going to look through here and pick out some of my healthiest looking seeds. I'm going to plant 2 in each section, just in case. I'll plant them a few inches apart. That way, if one doesn't come up, then we have another. If they both do come up, then I can scoop, take the little shovel, and scoop the second one out and relocate it. I'm going to leave the mulch, the wood chips, out at a little bit of a distance from this, just so we know where everything's planted, until we see those tiny baby leaves come up. And once the baby leaves come up, we can go ahead and fill it in with the rest. So let's get busy on the rest of this bed. Okay, so here's the squash garden, and we have 4 cocozel, 4 patty pan. We have 2 holes of black zucchini, and we did 2 of yellow squash. Okay, the squash garden is done.